Welcome back to End of Search. I'm your host Scott Sanders, and this is your one-stop shop for your speed reviews and your detailed towel tunes. So today is a review, and this is this place. You know, if I tested and tried it over 100 times, it's legit. I don't like to show you stuff that's bad. I'm going to show you stuff that's really cool and really good. So I've tested these like 100 times, and they are awesome. It is the Aqua lily pad. This one's called the Bullfrog. That one's called the Tadpole. It does come with this carrying bag. You can see that it's handles, mesh, breeze. Now it says the Tadpole is 8 pounds heavy. It also holds up to 550 pounds. You can buy one for the big Bullfrog. It's about 50 bucks. This actually weighs 38 pounds. Now the Bullfrog they come in 6 feet tall. I'm 6 feet, so 6 feet tall, 15 foot long, 20 foot long, and 30 foot long. 15 is gonna run about 650 out the door with taxes. I paid about 7, a little bit over. If you get the 20 footer, it's about 800 bucks. If you get the 30 footer, it's about 1,200 bucks. Now, if you get the 30 footer, that would be awesome, but at the same time, I'm thinking, why not just have 2 of the 15 footers? That way, if one messes up, you can actually have it. Now, the other con of it, the problem with them is we had them at Lake Placid, real muddy water, but real porous. So if mud kind of gets into it, you can kind of power wash it out, but then you don't want to be digging into these things. But that's the only downside, is that once they get kind of stains in them, they're in there. But we've taken it to the Canal, Hemet Island, River Road, Canyon Lake, Lake Medina. We've taken the pools everywhere. Now you can see in the background, we do have a big pool. If you try to take these to a hotel pool, the 6 footer by 15 is kind of big, so it eats up the pool. You'll have complaints. That's why we kind of got the Tadpole. This is perfect for a 6 foot person to lay down. It folds up so they have a headrest on the side. I'll show you a whole bunch of different things you can do with it, because they are awesome. Now, they do say you don't want to do them in 6 feet water, but this is like 3 feet right here. They say that so when you fall off or jump off, you don't hit the ground immediately. So you don't want to warn that. You can check all the specifications on their website, aqualilypad.com. Again, the Bullfrog, these things are amazing. We use them at Suns Island in Seguin. That water's pretty murky. And I have a whole bunch of friends that are like 225 to 300 pounds. And we got about 6 to 8 people on each one. It still made us float. We would run across it. We would just DDT each other, from the top ropes to spearing people, knees, all that. And after the end of the day, not a single scratch or tear in it. Running across it like a catwalk. So you can make it to the end before falling off. It's amazing. They are super durable. They use them every day to beat the crap out of them. Now you can see this one has 3 layers. So it is sun protected. It gives it about 3 to 5 years of UV protection. We have the green, the yellow, and there's black in the middle. The black is kind of like a memory foam. It kind of bends. It's like a grid inside it, and it really, like construction grade, holds it together. This isn't your normal pool noodle. I love Sam's Club. Members Market's great, but they have other options out there to buy these for about 100 to 200 bucks. But they're going to get tears in them, because you're going to be putting your knee and your ankle and your feet and your hands. You're going to be body slam on this thing, because you're underwater, you're wobbly, you're going to fall over. But these have been tested and tried 100 times different places. There's even slip and slides for old people. Remember, you can run and you slide on the ground, or a run and slide, where you can slide on the ground in your backyard on this little pad that's connected to the water, and you put soap on it and you slide. I put these underneath that, and we make it more of a cushion, so you don't need a cushion to slide, because when you hit the ground, it kind of hurts your chest. But you want to make sure there's not a lot of rocks and stuff. That's the only time I actually see a scratch or a tear or two, because it took rocks to make it happen. So this thing has been used 100 times. They're amazing. I definitely recommend them. The Tadpole is about 100 to 150 bucks. And again, the 15 footer at 6 feet wide is about 700 bucks out the door. But I love them. I've used the heck out of them. My kids love them. I'm going to show you out here. Everybody out here is probably going to be jumping on this thing in a minute, because they see how much fun you have. It's a game changer. Okay, so hopefully the video can show it. There's a little tear right there, but that's from a rock from using it under the slip and slide. But seriously, you can see that there's the yellow, the green, and the middle mesh, and that makes it like memory foam, so you can roll it up. It comes with 2 straps. That way you can carry it. I only use one on the middle one, because I found out that just put one in the middle works. That way you can store it in your bed of your truck, or put it inside your storage unit or your garage. But with these, make sure it's the Aqua Lily Pad. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't give me any money or anything for this. I'm never going to be sponsored by people and not do commercials. I want you to have stuff that is tested and true, and if you're going to buy it. Now, these things are great to go with boats, like out by the lake. You put this on the end of it, everybody's going to be floating for hours. They're amazing. I try to go tubing on the river. I can do River Road, but I can't do Canal, because they have no wider than a 5-foot limit. So check your area you're going to use it, because some places that do tubing will make sure you don't have a double tube. That's what they consider this, at more than 5 feet long, and this is obviously 6 feet. And again, they're 38 pounds. The 20 footer is 48 pounds, and it's 58 pounds for the 30 footer. But I carry it around. Probably going to use both straps to do it, but I don't think you recommend to have the bag. That's really kind of just a buffer to store it in your unit. This is what I mean by the memory foam. It rolls up, it keeps the structure. When you roll it out, just step on it, and you'll get it to stay in the area you want it. So walk on the edges, you'll get it to bend down, and it'll stay like that while you're out there. And also, it comes with an anchor. You can tie this to a dock, you can tie it to an extra tube and put your ice chest on or something. You can tie it to your boat. And you don't want to put a real anchor on it because if you drop it to the bottom of the river, you're going to have to find a way to untie it at some point. So make sure that that's tied to something like a dock or something, that way it doesn't float away. Makes it awesome. All right, let's try it in the water. Okay, so as you can see, we got it out in the pool. There's about 5 to 6 kids out there. They're all small. And again, you could probably put about 12 little kids from 4 to 7. You get teenagers on it, you can get about 10 to 12. And if you get adults on it, you can get about 6 comfortably. It says like 8 online. But most likely, if you're about 225 to 275 pounds, I'd say about 5 to 6 people. They'll keep you floating. But nonetheless, it's awesome. Everybody wants to do the catwalk or the run and jump. Be careful about swimming underneath it, because when bigger kids get on it, they go lower and they might hit you in the head while you're trying to swim underneath it. But nonetheless, this thing is amazing. It is a little expensive, it's on the higher end, but it is durable as hell. Can't vouch for any other of them, but the aqualilypad.com, the Bullfrog, and the Tadpole are amazing. Now when using it, you also want to keep it away from the pool's edge, because obviously you're wobbly and you're going to fall over, and you don't want them to hit that the pool's edge with their head or anything. Also, you got to be careful that they don't hit their own head, so give them a warning not to swim under it, not to get too close to the pool's edge, and watch out for hitting your heads.
Busy.
All right, so this is the Tadpole. It's the single person version, about 150 bucks. Supports about 550 pounds. Now we've had these kids beating this thing up for 2-3 hours. This is the yellow side instead of the green side with the anchor. Now again, it does get a little dirty. I can't know if you can see the brown spots from us putting it in Lake Placid and getting a little bit of dirt in it. Once it's in there, it kind of changes the vibrancy of it. But again, these things are super, super durable. Me and my friends have tried to beat the crud out of this thing at 250, 300 pounds. So it's like chainmail and the Stegosaurus. Popeye after spinach. These things are durable. It's worth the money. This is the one I recommend for everybody. It's 150 bucks. It's the Tadpole. Now it's only 2 layers, not 3, but super durable. And you can do different stuff with it. Now it does have the straps that come with it. You put them through these holes, you fold it over, and does a headrest. So this is about 7 feet tall. This is what we call the wash. You fold it up, get the kids inside, and I call it the baby wash, where you wash the baby. Wash the baby. It is. Come on. Wash the baby. You don't want to go too hard. Vigorous. You can shoot water up the nose. Or, this one's a little better to swim underneath with. You can make a portrait. Just like wash the baby. You can make it where they can't get in. Let's do the other side. It's already finished. Now you lock them in. You get them in there? Get the hold on down. So you can lock them in. Now when you are doing watch the baby, you don't want people to get on top. This is a private one. Other than that, this is the one I recommend for everybody else. Perfect on price. You're going to use it over and over and over. Alright, so when you're trying to load it up by yourself, put the straps on the ground. Show the straps. Put the straps down on the ground. Can you see?
Yes.
Make sure they're down. It doesn't matter which way they're kind of facing, but the big old pads will help them up a little bit. So have the strap down. You're going to want to roll it up. Remember, it's memory foam. Just going to pick it up, bend it as much as you can. It doesn't have to be crazy perfect. Just keep a lot of pressure going down. When you get to the end, Grab the lip and just move it over to the strap. Now remember, use your weight. You put it through the loop. We're going to push down and try to get as tight as possible. That'll keep it to make it fit in your truck better, fit in your house better. And I put mine in the garage, top of the shelf. Yes, son. All right. Now she's ready to carry and go back up. Like always, thanks for stopping by Into Search, and hope you got all the answers you need, because that's why I came up with this. This is your Into Search, the last place for all the answers. So if you think I deserve it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If there's somebody out there that can probably use this or think this is a great item for them, please hit the like button. Remember, hard work works. That's what successful people do. Successful people don't mistake in doing more as getting more done. You can run in place all day, but still not go anywhere. Don't confuse movement with progress. To achieve your goals, apply discipline and consistency. Because not everybody plans to fail, but most of everybody fail to plan. Denzel Washington. So normally, I like to say luck favors the prepared. So if you keep moving in the same place every day, working the same thing all the time, your boss is going to keep making you do more movements. But you becoming the boss is progress. So get out there and be somebody. I wish the best for you.